And I want to be supportive of a fellow sister. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to throw, you know, I'm going to, but let's see. So this lady has been also modeling for Versace. Love it. Love that the opening act is, oh, the most voluptuous lady. The outfit, however, you see, it already begins here. I'm telling ya, it's kind of like a toned down Alessandro Michele for Gucci, but it's also trying to be French haute couture style. This is pret-a-porter. I believe this is pret-a-porter. It's the fall winter 2023 collection. Or is it haute couture? I think it's pret-a-porter, but I don't know. It also looks like a toned down version of Moschino. It's like, it's really, I'm telling you, I don't mind the simplicity, but I'm like, Nina Ricci is something else. You got, and then the stripy catwalk with the little square in the background. It's, oh my gosh. And I know it was a collaboration with the artist that did these like pink cherries and these bunnies, which I'm gonna tell you right now the name of the artist. 3D by New Studio. The artist, come on, where's it? Janine Brito did the little prints with the sheep, with the lamb and the cherries. So love the inclusivity, love that it's gender fluid, love the voluptuousness, love the body shapes, love all the gorgeous tones of skin, love all of that. Don't get me wrong, this is going in the right direction. But if I just focus on the clothes, like, you guys, I mean, I really, I don't know what to tell you, because and then, you know, I know Nina Ricci, L'air du temps, you know, the perfume, Nina Ricci's perfume, and those birds are a symbol. So this is like not something that is copying Schiaparelli necessarily, but it does look a little bit like a cheap version of Elsa Schiaparelli, just because Schiaparelli is very famous at the moment, having a comeback. Like, let's kind of take from there, but then let's also be a little bit Jeremy Scott, the faux fur. This is terrible. You guys, I'm sorry, but just, this looks like a student that is done with high school or fashion design school, and then they're like, they got a good investor. They got a good budget, and they're going places. They're doing stuff, okay? But and listen, don't get me wrong. Harris is super young. Harris is still like what, 26 or 27 years old. So maybe we have to see it this way. Like, wow, somebody in their 20s getting appointed artistic director of a big fashion house that's been around for a long time. That's a huge accomplishment. So let the person also evolve. Like, they need some more time to evolve. I get it, but you're giving this person already the artistic direction. Like, do you have the time to wait until they evolve? You know what I mean? Like, it's an investment also. But so, you know what I mean? Like, it's great that somebody in their 20s reaches such huge heights. I'm all for it. All for it. But maybe because of the age, we're still not there fully. They should have kept working with Tiskins, says Kev. Katie says, I love Harris' personal style, but this is a big no, says Katie. Debbie says it just keeps getting worse. Pieces of Cara says, yes, the navy blue. Lisa Bolden says, heart-shaped jackets are hot right now. D. Higginbotham says, love the diverse models, but the clothes, no. Katie says, agree, Kev. Victor says, oh my God, what? Vel says, the bows on them heels about to fall off. Cypress Nick says, the dress made for Iman was beautiful. KDF says, jazz dance costume. Smurfette, he needs to thank Iman. He popped up on everyone's radar after he dressed her for the Met Gala. Kev, yes, that was a moment with the huge feathers all around. But then, I mean, also Beyonce wore the feathers look, and then Lil Nas X also did it for the, I think, MTV red carpet. What are we selling here? Just perfume? I don't see a customer for these clothes, says Kev. Fou de danse. Yes, haha, these look like dance moms' costumes. All right, so the shade in the chats is flowing. I mean, I don't mind the sunglasses, you know what I mean? These oversized jackets are, y'all. It's pop, it's a moment for sure. This is the dress that Sarah Paulson wore to the Vanity Fair after Oscar party. Minus the glasses and maybe minus the shoe. Maybe she wore another shoe. But that was the pilot sequin moment for Sarah Paulson. I don't mind this shoe, the stripy shoe. You know, look. Okay, I'm struggling here. I'm trying to find stuff. Polka dots, black on black. Okay, we can do that. The fur, this looks really heavy. This really, really, really looks like Jeremy Scott from his younger years trying to do Nina Ricci. I like the flower around the neck. Sure, why not? A little tulle moment, always nice. The black and white striped fur just looks so cheap. Love the flower though. The flower is still awesome. Here we got another Liard du Temps. Anybody remembers Hannibal from Silence of the Lambs? When he sniffs Clarice and says, you always wear Liard du Temps, but not today. Okay, and here we have the full view. The colors all together. Hey, I love a pop of color. Don't get me wrong, girl. I love a pop of color in the clothes, right? But okay, let's see. Harris, is Harris gonna come out at the end? Okay, Harris also wearing a Nina Ricci creation. Super cute. Harris is adorable, by the way. So this is really hard for me because I really want Harris to have success. I want Harris to have a ton of success. And I really, really do. This collection just... Maybe it's okay for a 20-year-old to have this as a debut collection. But is it okay for a 20-year-old to have a debut collection like this for a house like Nina Ricci? I'm not saying that Nina Ricci was doing great. I'm not saying that they were like doing fabulously great, that, you know what I mean? Maybe they can take a risk. They can afford to take a risk, but yeah. Kennedy, God Kennedy. I think I liked one look. Katie says me too. Tina G says yes. The light. What did the light say? Dario Domenico says drag queen couture. It did look like a drag queen show, and some of the drag queens on RuPaul's Drag Race do much better than what we saw here on the runway. Some drag queens today, honey, their costumes could have been an haute couture show. Okay, much better than this. Sorry, not, you know, and you know, Alice in Wonderland costumes in an Amdram, says Jen O. Victor says skunk couture, and it says, what is this Darwish skirt? Lisa Bolden, LOL. Pieces of Cara, who's wearing this stuff in real life? Kev says, not today, darling, not today. Victor says, I like 3 looks. Tina G, yes, delight. I missed the delight moment. It's very cocotte, says Hella Barbara Rank. Well, I beg to differ. I beg to differ, darling. Cocotte is something else, with all due respect. I mean, I envision Vivienne Westwood's Cocotte collection. When we talk about Cocotte, I envision something else. This reminds me of a show I would design as emo scene kid in 2010. All the stripes and neon. Says, please send fruit gummy. Ingrid says, so I may be too old for this type of style. Katie says, it looked rushed. Smurfette said, it looked like what he's doing for his own label. It's not worthy of Nina Ricci though. Kev says, I wonder how many talented veterans were passed for this. That is a very good point, Kev. And I think there's this tendency of taking like younger designers. They thought, oh, you know, Rustig was like really successful at Balmain, plus all of these Americans that are being hired at different other brands. Like it's a vibe, it's a trend. It worked for them. It's going to work for us. I have a sneaky suspicion a little bit of that played into it. Jet Above the Clouds, very Project Runway, period. Period. I couldn't have said it better myself. Lux with Brit, it looks like they went outside and shot a big bird in showed it on the Something Horribly, might add. Katie says, wonder if Harris was under a time crunch. Possibly. Anderson Martin says that huge black and white dress with the flowers. With the flower, the only thing I could think about was Billy Porter would kill for it. And Billy Porter also does not really slay on the runway. He thinks he does. And more power to him. The most important thing is that he thinks he does, but like... Anyway, execution was not there, says Vel. Donahue says, she does well with color. It's really bad, says Ellen. Darius says, Anderson Martin, totally. It has his name written all over it. Kodikai, everything looked so ill-fitted. James Nation, LOL. Hey, Zara Justina. Hi, Dacob and Fashion Bunker. What a wonderful surprise. Hey, sweetie, welcome. Vicente says, hey, boo-boo. Hey, Vicente. Rizology, Cruella. All right, y'all. Now... But listen, it doesn't get better, because what I'm going to share with you now is kind of sad. So, if we go to the Nina Ricci Instagram account, right? They already have over 1 million followers, which I'm like, really? Okay. So fine. Nina Ricci has 1 million followers. But then you have over 1 million followers. But then they post a photo, this one, for example, from the Vanity Fair party, one of the looks from the runway, 810 likes. You have over 1 million followers on Instagram and you get 810 likes. $810 likes. And also, like 4 comments, like also the runway looks, 1.1 million followers. And then here's, you know, Nina Ricci, here are the looks. Look, 3,000 likes. Posted several days ago. It's not like they posted this today and you might say, Dacob, well, it needs some time to get more likes. This is posted several days ago. 3,000 likes? And like 4 comments. And of course, all the comments are positive. Okay, the 4 or 30 comments that are there are positive. But 1.1 million likes, followers. 1.1 million followers, but then this is the amount of likes you get? No, Dario, what I'm saying is these are not real followers, allegedly, because you can't... And all the comments are positive? Okay, so I go to another Instagram account. You best believe. I go to Kristen V. Bateman. Kristen V. Bateman, who has like, I don't know, a couple tens of thousands of followers. Now, when they post a photo, it gets 18,000 likes. Okay, so this one got 18,425 likes from this account. Okay, but here's the twist. A ton of negative comments. You see, something's wrong. So, of course, because here, I guess they don't filter the negative comments. They allow every comment. And what are the comments? And let me read a couple of the comments. Somebody says, why is it like not cohesive at all? Like these all feel like from a different collection. Also, some of these looks feel so recycled. I don't know. I feel like I've seen these exact looks before. Somebody else said, the bra and panty outfit seemed quite tame, actually quite practical compared to the rest. It's all too novelty. Harris Reed needs to be replaced, or the House of Ricci is headed for Chapter 11. I feel I have been charitable with my review. Okay. Somebody else then says, more hideous outfits, like a fancy dress competition. Somebody else says, circus, designers run out of ideas or what? Then somebody else says, fashion is not paid with money, it's paid with style. And then there's a response to that comment saying, which is completely absent here. I'm telling ya, people in the comments be shady. Since somebody says, only runway I don't think I can wear to go to work. Painful to watch, somebody says. Who on earth would on any street would go on the street with stuff like that? Somebody else said, man, I have seen some ridiculous outfits here on Instagram lately. Where the hell is you going to wear all this mess? Somebody else says, they're on drugs to design all of this? Like, whatever you call them. And somebody else says, I would wear the 3rd outfit and also the 6th. Somebody else says, ridiculous. Halloween, somebody asks, I would be embarrassed to even be in the audience. What a joke. Somebody else says, just ridiculous. Somebody else says silly. Somebody else says getting more and more outrageous every day. Somebody else says Brazil Carnival. Y'all, none of these comments are visible on the Nina Ricci Instagram profile. So these are all visible if somebody else posts photos from the show and on their own Instagram. So there's that as well, that kind of, I'm like, oh, you're not being honest. You know, you come across as not being honest. At least to me, that's how it feels. Like if you have 1.1 million followers on your Instagram account, but then like a post gets 800 likes or 3,000 likes. Some posts get more likes, but like, and then the 4 comments that you have under the post are positive. But then there's no other comments. Something is wrong. Like you make me start thinking you either bought your followers or you're deleting all the negative comments, but then why aren't people liking? Yeah, I don't know. If you're buying your followers, why don't you buy the likes too? I don't know. Super bizarre. Super bizarre. Sorry, but anyway, what's your guys' opinion? Let me know in the comment section down below, but also